Okay, we started in earnest today on Virginia Tech. So this today will be a normal Tuesday for us, and being that it's Tuesday, it worked out well. So what we want to do this week is treat the week as exactly as possible as we would to a normal game week, and how we practice, how we meet, how we prepare, and then we'll come out here Saturday and do some type of simulated game. And then we're going to give them a couple days off for Christmas, reassemble in El Paso, and do the same thing again. And so, you know, looking back at last year and evaluating the way we did things last year, we just came up with this as being what we think is the best option to get us mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for the 31st in Virginia Tech. So a little bit hotter out today. I thought it affected them a little bit. We've got to be able to push through that and not let it affect us. So, but it was good work, and it was a good start for Virginia Tech.
They looked at film of Virginia Tech yet?
Yeah.
What were some early impressions?
Well, you know, they Beamer ball. You know, they play great special teams. They play outstanding defense. That's what they do. They play hard. They play with discipline. You know, there's not a lot of you don't see technique errors. You don't see missed assignments. You see a bunch of guys that know what they're supposed to do, and they do it with a lot of certainty, and they do it fast, and they do it with you know, bad intentions. And it's an impressive team to watch. Specifically, you know, they've always been known for special teams, and Coach Beamer has his hands all over that, and you really see it in the way that they play, and it's a great challenge for us.
How does their defensive front differ from the last two defensive fronts you faced?
Well, they're very good. You know, they're big inside. They're fast on the outside. In terms, I'm talking about their ends. You know, they play a four-man front. They get an over and an under. You know, so they played a shaded 3 and a shaded nose or 2-eye, and they get up the field. You know, they take a lot of pride in the fact that they can stop the run with their front 7. They rush the passer well. They play violent inside. I think that they're very similar to what we've seen against Arizona State and against USC, you know, and probably not as acclaimed as individual players, but as units, very, very good.
How much of a difference have the freshmen on the defensive line, especially Kenny Clark, Eddie Vanderdoes, how much of a difference has those guys made kind of getting into the flow so quickly?
It's been big. You know, the more you can rotate along the front and keep guys fresh, as much, you know, fast tempo, up tempo offense as we see, I think it's important, you know. And so the development of Kenny and the development of Eddie, along with, you know, the way that Ellis has played all year, I think that's really helped us become a good defensive front. You know, I like those guys. They're good football players.
Can you be especially optimistic about the future of the defensive line when you know those guys are already good players as just freshmen?
They're good players. They're just freshmen. And remember now, Owa is coming back next year, and Kylie Fitz is coming back next year, and we expect to have a strong recruiting class. So I think that it's, you know, although we'll lose Cassius, and although we'll lose Keenan Graham, and although, you know, Brandon Willis played defense occasionally and we'll lose him, I think that it's a really solid and deep defensive line.
What's the biggest difference you see in Kenny and Eddie's play since the beginning or the midpoint of the season?
I think confidence, you know, better technique. They play with better pad level and leverage. I think they understand the challenges that, you know, every play is going to be a battle in there. You know, they're not playing against any 180 pounders. You know, everybody's a man, and they both practice better. I think, you know, they've learned how to practice at a high level intensity. I think that's helped them on Saturdays.
For Kenny, does he give you a little bit different of a look at nose tackle, just because it seems like he's a little bit more disruptive, gets into the backfield a little bit more often than maybe previous nose tackles he does that?
Well, I mean, the only one that I've ever had besides him is Le'E, and Le'E's able to do the same thing. I mean, quite frankly, if I'm not looking real specifically at the jersey number, I don't know if it's Le'E or Kenny in there, because I think they're both really good football players. Kenny plays with tremendous leverage, you know, pad level. Eddie's sitting over there. I didn't know if he's listening to me or not. I mean, you look at him, and he's just a block, you know, and he's able to bend. And I think what you see with Kenny a lot of times, you see his wrestling background show through. The way he's able to shed blockers and use his hands to get out of the double teams.
There's been all kinds of internet rumors swirling, even though you signed your contract extension, still kind of
rumors.
Your name to Texas.
Yeah.
Is that just media making up these connections?
Yeah, I mean, it's flattering, and I think it says a lot about our program and the direction we're heading. But I am very, very, very extremely delightfully happy to be the head coach at UCLA and want to be for a long, long time.
What time's your flight to Austin?
But you're wearing I see you're wearing your orange today. Or is that peach? No, I couldn't be happier and more excited about the future of UCLA football. And just, I'm happy they want me here.
Can you talk about
Yeah, I mean, those guys, you know, I got pretty close to last year's senior class, a lot more closer to this senior class just because I got to spend 2 years with them. And so I was able to see their impact a little bit more clearly on the younger players around them. And it's not a big senior class, but it's an impactful senior class, and not just on the field, but off the field as well, as leaders. It's guys that are paving the way for the younger players on our team, showing them what our work ethic's supposed to be like, what our standard is. You know, I think it's really important that everybody accept the responsibility of sending these guys out with a win. You know, it's not just up to the seniors, it's up to all of us. And you know, besides wanting to get a win because we love to win, besides wanting to get a win because it's number 10, you know, we want to get a win so these guys leave UCLA with a couple of big wins in their back pocket. Okay? All right, thank you, everybody.